In this video, Mad World, I'm introducing some drills for you that you can use to improve your sprawl and brawl. One is bobbing and weaving under a rope that is angled so that it goes downward, not straight across. And then the second drill becomes relatively the most important. It's just create any type of combo drill between you and your partner. You go back and forth, but the count is offset. The tools are offset. And you want to try to speed up so that you're dealing with as much chaos as possible. In this particular drill, you can use all types of strikes from Muay Thai, boxing, MMA, it doesn't really matter. However, when you get to the point where you're doing the live sparring, limit your striking tools because you don't want to run into an accidental knee or elbow. Notice that in this drill, both guys have different tasks. Isaiah in the green gloves is the only one with the kick, and Zach in the red gloves is countering with movement and punches. So we don't want guys to mirror one another and just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And also, they can interrupt their count. They can counter with 2, they can counter with 3, they can counter with 4. That's up to them to keep a broken rhythm because that's the nature of a fight. 100% complete broken rhythm. Now, going back to the bob and weave drill, if you don't have a partner to work a little chaos, add in these other drills where you're just kind of working a circuit, but they're mixed drills. You're going high and low, you're standing tall, and you have some other kind of variation of high and low. So here he has body squat, which again mimics going from high to low. And yes, some of these drills, depending on how you set them up, will develop extra strength, coordination, other areas that you may not have been aware of, and you will get some discovery about yourself. Now, it's very important that you use tools that you're going to use in the sprawl and brawl. All right. And going back to the bob and weave, if nothing else, master this drill first. If nothing else, get good at the rope before adding in all the other things, because the rope drill going from high to low as you're progressing forward is going to help your offense and your defense. So if nothing else, get good at the rope drill. Now we're going to look at some sparring. And what you want to see is pay attention to the dynamics, is see them defend high, attack high, defend low, attack low. So you're going to see the dynamic movement, regardless of which mode they're in, whether they're attacking or defending, you're going to see them travel high and low. The one thing you're going to get from the sparring that's hard to mimic in a drill is you're going to get some great scrambles on the ground. Also, you're going to get a good feel because it's going to make you a little bit more cautious and tactical. So one of the things I did in this session was I made the drills into a game, like best of 2, best of 3. It could be a team drill, team A versus team B. And so it gives you a little bit of more psychology because now you're trying to set things up a little bit more correctly. And also you have that fear of being the one that loses for your team. So it makes you a little bit more calculating. Other rules you can apply could be things like maybe a leg kick. Here, Jacques is working a head and arm attack. We generally go with the rules like this. The body is always live, so you can hit as hard as you want to the body. Reason being is because you're always in movement and the body is durable. And 2, if your opponent rounds his back, his neck is exposed, you can actually go for a choke. This will improve his game better than you teaching him all the different ways to get out of a choke. He will learn to modify his game so that he doesn't round his back so much. And again, you just give it the rules you want it to have, like best of 3, best of 5, whatever. It depends on what day you are training, how many people you have on the floor, or what your overall game, what your overall goal is. So again, look at how strategic both guys are trying to be. And yes, maybe we don't want to have our guy cover up and wait for the takedown, but you at least learn some things when the fighters are doing this. You learn some habits that they may not have known that were there, and then you can also use this as a method to discover and fix the problem later. Beautiful entry with Devon traveling high to low, and then good defense by Zach. And then again, they're just dealing with the chaos with the strikes, trying to find that takedown entry. And look how calculating they are. And then when they see the opening, they try to explode. And again, I believe this one was best 2 out of 3. And you're going to see some, like right there, Zach made the shot, Zach made a mistake. So we want to correct that. Say, okay, we got to fix the way you shoot, or we got to change the shot itself, because we don't want fighters just getting used to doing a certain thing for the fight just because they feel comfortable with it. We want the things that produce results. And so a drill like this brings out a lot of little nuances that you didn't know was there. One of the other things is, like, because this is a game, they're not overloading themselves. They're not trying to have an ego. They're trying to get to the takedown. They're trying to win. And it's creating some different reflexes, quick responses from both guys that you almost didn't expect. And especially you see it in the scrambles. The scrambles have really good dynamics, and it's very natural. And you're not seeing anybody really get hurt. They're just trying to figure it out on the fly, figure it out on the go. And the more they do this, the more fight IQ is developed over a longer period of time. Because again, it's a game, and they're trying not to lose. It's not about the submission. It's not about the hits. It's really about that sprawl and brawl mindset. And as far as what you want to add to this, you can also add ground and pound to this once you get settled in with the basic drill. If you want to add in clinch, knees, and things of that nature, again, that's up to the fighters. I would say wait until they got really good at one aspect, and then go to step 2 and step 3 and so on, until it basically just becomes MMA. Okay, so this is the last one. Good jab from Zach. And I believe that Devon's gonna end up winning it, and I forget exactly how. I think this is the longest scramble, and you know Zach's pushing the pace, and this is where the scramble begins. So they end up with a lot of body lock over unders. Devon goes for a lat, but Zach's aware that Devon's underneath, working his jiu-jitsu, and then boom, nice hop over the legs. And then Zach makes a mistake of turning, because that was one of my rules, was like, hey, we get to this position, it's considered a takedown. I am Coach Sess, and you've had worse, the Mad Coach.